This is No BS Job Search Advice Radio, episode 784. I'm your host, Jeff Altman, the Big Game Hunter, and welcome to Saturday. This is a show today where I talk with you about the one question every employer needs to have answered. It is true. This is the one thing that every employer needs to know about you. I hope you find this show helpful and give it 5 stars on iTunes or Stitcher. It does help other people find the show. And if you're interested in one-on-one coaching from me, listen to the end of the show. There's information about how to contact me. And let's get going, okay? Today I want to talk with you about how to answer the single most important question that an employer is trying to find out from you. Do you know what that question is? Can you do the job? Can you do the job that they need to have filled? And most of you have no idea even what the job is when you apply for it. You may have seen an ad. You may have seen someplace or been told something about a job, but you don't really know. And if you posted your resume on a job board and an employer is contacting you, you certainly don't know. All you're going to do is talk about yourself. But the most important thing you can do is contextualize what you've done and how it relates to what they need. How do you do that? How do you find out what they need to have done? It's real simple. You get a call out of the blue. Ring, 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 ring. You like my telephone voice? So, hi, I'm Nancy Recruiter from ABCDEFG Corporation. And by the way, if there is one of those firms out there, my use of their name has it's just a fictitious name. That's my legal disclaimer. This is Nancy Recruiter from ABCDEF Corporation. Is this Jeff Altman? Yes. I saw your resume on a job board and I wanted to have a chance to speak with you about a position. Is this a good time to talk? Sure, Nancy, I'd be happy to speak with you. Nancy, before we get started, maybe I could just ask you, could you give me an idea of the position that you have in mind for me and what I might be able to do to help you? Notice what I'm trying to do is find out about the job before I start answering questions. Next alternative, you're in a physical job interview, and maybe you've seen an ad, and you're at the interview, and you're escorted in to sit down to speak with Nancy Recruiter, and as soon as the two of you lower your butts into the seat, I'd like you to start speaking and say, "Thank you so much for making time for me to meet with me today. I recall the position that I saw advertised, but I want to get your take on the role. Could you tell me about the job as you see it and what I could do to help you?" Again, a simple way to find out about the job at the beginning of the interview where you can use that information to help sell your credentials. Obviously, if you're introduced by a recruiter, "Hi, I'd spoken with Jeff Altman about the job, but he gave me a brief description. I want to get your take on the role. Could you tell me about the job as you see it and what I could do to help?" Again, always try and find out about the job before you start answering questions. Now, it's possible that they'll say to you, "We'll get to that later on. I want to ask a couple of questions of you." And what you've done is learn something about them right then and there. That they like to do things close to the vest, that they don't like to be particularly transparent. They'd rather play gotcha. So that's today's show. I hope you enjoyed it. And if you did, here are a few other ways that we can connect with one another. The first one is if you're an executive and interested in one-on-one coaching, email me at jeffaltman@thebiggamehunter.us. In the subject line, put the word coaching, so this way I know what it's about. Next, if you're not an executive, the best way to reach out to me is through jobsearchcoachinghq.com. There I have curated information from around the web that you can watch, listen to, read, primarily my own information, but again, there's some stuff from other people that's there with their permission. Also, if we are not connected on LinkedIn, send a connection request to me at linkedin.com/IN/The Big Game Hunter. Mention that you listen to the show because I love to hear from people who listen to the show. It just puts a big smile on my face, which reminds me, Facebook. Connect with me on Facebook. Look for Jeff Altman, The Big Game Hunter, and give me 5 stars. Subscribe to the page. You'll get lots of information sent to you daily with different pieces of advice for you. And lastly, because I don't really mention this on the show all that much, in addition to job search coaching, I do executive and what I call business life coaching. Business life coaching, where I work with self-employed people who have a lunatic for a boss. People like your wife, husband, partner, friends of yours who may be either wrestling with something in their business and need an advisor to work with, or people who are doing extremely well and they need to have someone to talk with because business is just exploding for them. So again, reach out to me through Jeff Altman at thebiggamehunter.us. I'll get back to you. We'll figure out a time to speak, and I look forward to helping you. Hope you enjoyed this again, and have a great day. Take care.
At Metro PCS, we let the numbers do the talking. 4. Enjoy a reliable 4G LTE network that's faster than Sprint. 2. Get 2 free smartphones when you switch to Metro PCS. 99. The percentage of people in the U.S. covered by Metro PCS. Get 2 free Samsung Galaxy J3 Prime smartphones when you switch. Metro PCS. Wireless figured out. Coverage not available in some areas. Sales tax not included in phone price. Excludes numbers on the T-Mobile network or active on Metro PCS in past 90 days. Coverage claim based on talk text coverage. Speed claim from downloads. See store for details, terms, and conditions.